FM or online at REV-UP Call the studio at 572-9710 or WhatsApp 287-0971. Call the office at 572-0383 or 572-0215. REV-UP St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Harddrive is brought to you the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
In moments of loss, finding comfort and support is essential. At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we understand that every life is unique, and honoring that life is our mission. Our dedicated team is here to guide you through every step, offering personalized services that reflect the cherished memories of your loved one. From traditional funerals to modern celebrations of life, we provide a range of options tailored to your family's wishes. Whether it's a simple service or an elaborate tribute, we ensure every detail is handled with care. Let us help you create a meaningful farewell, honoring the legacy of your loved one. To learn more about our services, call 758-452-2021 Castries, 758-454-9239 Viewfort. Visit us at www.ramballysfuneral.com. Rambali's Funeral Parlor, where memories are cherished and love is everlasting.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, and also on DBS Television. Welcome to Harddrive for today, Monday, the 19th of January. My name is Andre Paul, the co-host of the show, none other than today. She's the lovely Lady J. Lady J, good morning
Andre.
to you.
Good morning, listeners. Good morning, those of you listening to us on the World Wide Web. Good morning.
And don't forget the viewers as well.
And our viewers as well on Facebook and also
YouTube,
on DBS and
X.
I didn't even know of YouTube. Guess who told me?
Who?
My hubby.
Really?
He saw me on YouTube. I'm like, you did? I said, I have to ask Andrew about that. I didn't know. Okay, Andrew. Yeah, REV-UP is doing pretty good.
Yeah,
he said he was looking at something, and then we just came up, Keen and myself, and just popped up.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but of course, you can make it a deliberate attempt to go get us there because it's live. It's actually live. Yeah. It's actually live on YouTube.
Yeah.
So any of the shows you want to watch, just go back to YouTube and you're good to go.
Wonderful.
And also our Facebook page, it's alive. My son, who I'm well pleased with, he's the one handling that end of things.
Okay.
Doing a good job. So the page is actually alive. There's a lot of activity taking place there right now. Yeah, so folks, go check it out, all right? Okay, so how was your weekend, Lady J?
I had a packed weekend, but I still had to, get some house chores in, and it was pretty good, and I was really tired this morning, Andre. I wanted to sleep later.
I know the feeling.
But I had to force myself. Even if you cannot get 5 miles in, get there. You can get in 4 or something. And Andre, I got in almost 4 miles.
Good for you.
Yeah, 4.1. So let's say I got almost 5.
Bravo.
Because I got 4.1 in, and it was a good sweat. So, hey, it's like, don't leave what you have to do today for tomorrow. You never know what tomorrow brings.
And one of the things that I've come to realize, right, sometimes I'm really not motivated to go to the gym because it's hard work. It's hard work, right?
It is.
So you think of it, oh my God, I had a long week already, a long day to go now and get, work myself up again. But guess what? When it's over, you feel really, really good.
Oh yeah, refreshed and everything.
Yes, you feel good.
You feel good.
So I think maybe we should be looking at the end result.
That's right.
That should motivate us to go do our little workout and so on.
Yeah.
So I want to, again, I've said it already, Lady J. So bravo to you. Bravo to you. I mean, it's working for you. And there's a saying, success leaves clues. So your clue.
I like
your
that.
clue.
I never heard that one.
Your clue. Yeah, just like failure leaves clues as well. Okay, now talking about house chores, let me just take care of a house chore there. The menu for today at the Thomas of Bread Place, you have stewed backs and saltfish with ground provisions, dumplings, lentils, and garden salad. That's the menu for today at the Thomas of Bread Place. Stewed backs and saltfish with ground provisions, dumplings, lentils, and garden salad. And remember to try the wide variety of sea moss beverages, which include coconut, ginger, peanut, and peanut punch, and regular sea moss with flax seeds and chia seeds. That's what's happening today at the Tommaso Bread Place. So, Lady J, we've been having a very, very interesting 2026, I must say. Quite a few things have been happening in our little country already. I guess maybe we shouldn't be surprised because this is just the way the world is right now. All kinds of crazy things happening all over the place. All right, so what's up there, Lady J, with the thing? I'm having this thing coming through loud and clear there.
Turn it off. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay. So we good? We good? Yes. I was saying that a lot of stuff has been happening in St. Lucia, and
sorry, touch screens. I'm sorry, listeners. Andre, just go ahead.
Okay, no, but I need to get your attention, Lady J. Okay. In the meantime, let me do a happy birthday greeting. Good morning to Anna Amade of Hirel Estate. Boje, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Huh? I don't live in Labrie, so I don't really know. Her name is Anna Amade. She's celebrating her birthday today. She lives in Hirel Estate, Labrie. She's celebrating her birthday today from your sister, that's Joella, the very, very popular Joella, and your children who love you very dearly. So greetings also from Star. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It's spelled S-T-A-H. So this is also from Star. So especially for Anna Amade of Hirel Estate, Labrie, celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday, Anna. And this is especially from your sister, Joella, and her children who love you dearly. And greetings also from Star. Okay, so yes, Lady J. So are we all right now, or are we not all right as yet?
I don't think we're all right. I'm trying to turn it off, but yeah, I'm trying my best to turn it off.
Calling Keena.
No, we don't need Keena.
Please send us an SOS. Please send us an SOS. So, Lady J. I was saying, boy, a number of things have been happening in our little country over the last couple of weeks since the start of the new year. But last night I was home, and somebody sent me a video of an accident that took place in Vieux-Fort. Did you see the video?
I haven't looked at them.
And it's amazing how people are always seem to be recording. Huh? It's amazing. Whoever was recording this thing just happened to be recording at that precise moment. And I think that person who was recording was driving to the rear of the vehicle that suddenly swerved. We don't know exactly what happened. Looked like the driver lost control or something. We don't know. Maybe fell asleep. Must have. I'm just speculating here, folks. And he moved from the left. Well, say he was descending, heading someplace. I don't know where he was heading, obviously. And he moved from the left side on the side that he was driving. Yeah. He was on the correct side, and moved over now to the other side of the road. And then now an oncoming vehicle now heading up, in the opposite direction. He just crashed into the vehicle.
Wow.
I mean, I said, what? And from what I heard this morning, somebody said that apparently the other driver, the one who was ascending, right? He didn't suffer too much damage in terms of injuries and so on, right? But the other one, I think a 20-something-year-old, his name is Viclan Joseph. He's from Labrie. He died as a result.
Yeah, I saw that all over Facebook.
Wow.
20-something years old.
It's a kid.
Yeah.
I saw a pic of him because you know how it goes already.
That's
handsome young man. Handsome young man.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has any kids or anything as yet. I don't know. I guess we'll get those details a little later.
I'm not too sure if it is so, but I did.
But he said he has a business.
Really?
Yeah, he has. He deals in automobile sales and video production. Young handsome guy.
Yeah.
So imagine now what the family must be going through, losing their son like that, their loved one like that. It's just terrible. It's terrible, right? And it reminded me of this other incident. I think a hit and run incident that happened. Let me see. They say that the person, the victim of the hit and run is Marcel Remy, right? That I think she was waiting for public transportation. She was standing, waiting, and somebody, I don't know, some driver just came and just basically hit her. And now thank God she's still alive, but from what they're saying there, that she's struggling to meet now mounting medical and daily expenses, the usual thing. And the family now has to be going into, their life is upended because of this person's actions. Now, initially there was this saying that, the rumor was that the guy was a hit and run, right? And I think a cousin of the victim said that they found, I think, his license plate or something. So the police were able to track him. Yeah, and So as to what's going to happen next, I don't know. What I've from my experience, I know when these things happen, family don't really want to see you at that time. Although they say that you come forward and accept responsibility, but in terms of him coming around and this sort of thing, I find families are very, very upset with those things, and they don't really want to see you. I think what they really want from you, if anything, from a distance, you can take responsibility and see what you can do to assist the family, because right now they're going through a rough time.
And some of them just say, "Oh, I have to speak to my insurance." Not even sympathetic or anything.
Yes.
Just have to speak to my insurance.
Yeah, talk to my
Meantime,
insurance.
what's going to happen?
Yeah,
what's
talk to
happening?
my insurance.
And
I even if you express your sorrow for the person's loss via a text message or something, but for you to just remain in your little Shangri-La where you are, right,
Happy,
and act
like nothing
and act
happened.
like you did nothing wrong. I had an experience like that a few months ago, last year, right? This young guy came and just wrote off my vehicle. I mean, up to now, not even a text message to say, "Hey, Mr. Paul, I'm really sorry about what happened." Right?
Andrew, you've been very nice. I would be mentioning that every day on the radio.
I don't want to seem like a crybaby,
It doesn't matter, I'm putting his name.
I didn't really talk about it.
John, remember, we have to meet. He would get the message.
First, don't listen to me, man.
He would get the message.
But I find that it's just so I wouldn't say irresponsible of the person, but it's almost like you have
reckless.
no compassion in you. You don't feel
reckless.
sorry, because right now you've put the person, the victim now, and the family in a situation that is untenable. And thank God I wasn't in the vehicle at the time. But here's this lady, right, who got hit and so on, and she's going for a rough time. She's not the only one. There's another guy who called my show, was it last week? Another situation, a lady was involved in an accident, not her fault. She happened to be inside the vehicle, and right now needing, I think the guy said close to 70,000 did he say EC? Yeah, 7,000 EC dollars.
For medicals?
Well, to take care of the surgery and so on.
Wow.
It's a lot of money.
And look at the same thing, you were talking to a caller this morning who says he was parked.
Yes.
And this person ran into him. And then the worst part he was saying is that the child was sitting in the front seat. He's lucky the child is alive today. That's crazy.
You have a child inside of in a vehicle, let me see.
You have the whole back seat and you have the child in the front seat.
You have a child. Well, not even where the front. Oh, okay, it's wrong, right? But I'm saying the fact
there's a certain age I think you must be to be in the front. I'm not too sure.
What the age?
About the age, but certainly.
But I'm saying
child,
it's not, especially now with what's going on our roads, that carelessness and recklessness taking place on our roads. Right now, that's the worst place to put a child.
Andre, remember we spoke about signage?
Oh yes.
It is time we have 50 miles, 30 miles, because to be honest, I only see that when I'm in the city. It is right there in the city.
Yeah.
I don't see it anywhere else, even when I'm driving to the south. Yet, if you, quote unquote, speeding, the police will stop you. But how about the argument? I didn't see any signs.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell me to go at 20. It doesn't tell me to go under 60. We are supposed to know. How are we supposed to know? Come on.
And on that note,
signage
to be honest with you, I drove to the Darling Road, because remember that incident, right? There's no signage there.
I told you, Andre. I frequent that place when I'm coming to town. I usually use that.
There's no sign that says
that area
no entry
to come into town.
It's not there. Unless, of course, it was there and it was removed or something. Or
Not only that, Andre, I just find the signage, some of them are really small. They're like number plate.
Yes, you're right.
That is so small.
You're right.
Really small.
I'm saying, but imagine I looked and unless, of course, maybe, because of my age, I'm going blind. I said, but
we have to look again. Like I said, I haven't driven since we discussed it, but I next time I'm going to go down pretty slow and I'm going to look.
I don't think there is, because I drove there. I said, let me just go check it out to see. So now the question is, right? If you don't have signage there's no sign that says you can't go up and you have a visitor. Local.
I have seen Caucasians driving up that end already, Andre. Seriously.
I've never seen it, to be honest with you.
I have seen it. Thank goodness it wasn't me. It was a car in front. Just coming down, and he and obviously his partner were coming up. And the guy just did him in motion, one way, and he reversed and he went in. I saw that on 2 occasions. There were Caucasians coming up.
So the question is, who accepts responsibility for the results of that accident? You have 2 people whose vehicles may be in a mess. Now they have to meet the costs. Somebody has to meet how does the insurance company now decide who is at fault? How do the police, as a matter of fact, decide who's at fault?
Well,
because there's no signage there.
Well, I don't want to say the police will always say, but I would, it's just like they think we're supposed to know, and so they're going to blame the drivers.
Yeah, and say,
you're supposed to know.
Especially if
it's
it's in
a
Lucian.
one-way.
Yeah, you're supposed to know. Yeah,
which is ridiculous. We need signage. It's important. And I think it's also time that we start having those people who knock down signs to put them back, pay for them, and so on. Somebody needs to be responsible, because a lot of people are crashing into signs and then they're down, or they're completely demolished, the signs, and we don't see them going back up for months. You know what I mean? But it's important, Andre. It's important for signage. I mean, even when I'm walking, and I know where I am, but to be able to say exactly where I am, I have to probably give a description of a building. I'm supposed to say exactly where I am by the road, You're
right. You're right about that. It's true. I mean, when I lived in the U.S., it's maybe not a good example. You want to tell somebody where you live, you tell them 135
exactly
Park Road between this avenue and that avenue.
Perfect.
And you find a person.
Yeah. Well, there's the advent of mapping and so on, but still, sometimes that is not totally accurate.
Correct is right.
Accurate in the U.S., etc., but in St. Lucia, it's not totally accurate.
That's
yet.
true. Yeah. I saw my son doing that one day, and we still didn't get the place.
No, it's not totally accurate.
Didn't get the place.
Because even when they're trying to find hours, they're on the lower road instead of the upper road, which in a way is okay, because you don't really want people to get exactly where you live. Map it, and you never know. But you in the States and other countries, exact house, exact building.
We have a long way to go, boy. We have a long way to go in St. Lucia. But I was discussing that earlier this morning. How do you? It seems as though you just have to accept that this is just fate. Sometimes that you just happen to be, I wouldn't say in the wrong place, because you're minding your business.
Yeah.
You're going about you're living your life. And some person who is reckless, who is careless, is just going to come and slam into you. I'm not talking about what happened there last night at all. That's what I'm referring to. That this person just comes and crashes into you, right? And especially when they don't have insurance for the vehicle, their license not paid, those kinds of things now, and you now, right, are the victim of somebody's carelessness. What can you do?
That's when the lawyer steps in, I just hope
that's really
they have
life is really unfair.
Because that's when you get a lawyer.
Life is really unfair, because sometimes it means you may lose your life as a result, right? I know a young lady who
or even lose a limb. You're alive, but you lose a limb.
I know a young lady who was and we forget those things, right? I know her personally. She told me it took her 2 years before she could go back to work, and all the while she was just there, basically on the largesse of friends and family.
Yeah,
all the while. Give me a break, man.
There's only one person I've seen who, I saw her in the supermarket. I guess she heard my voice and she called. I hadn't seen this lady even before Consuelo was born. I hadn't seen her. And she used to work at Club St. Lucia. She was on a wheelchair. Her limbs were above the knee. So after we hugged and so on, I asked her what happened and so on. And she told me she was living in the States, and she said she was crossing the pedestrian.
Wow, and she got hit.
Andre, you're crossing the pedestrian and you got hit to lose your legs. Andre, that person was really fast. Really, really fast. But she was in the States, so she said she was well compensated. Amen to that. But no legs. So she's on the wheelchair.
I understand the reason for having a pedestrian crossing at the roundabout there at VG. I understand, because people need to cross the road. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Yeah, the roundabout right there.
Yeah, when you come
There's
around
a pedestrian
the corner.
where Avis had their thing there, right? The gas station or whatever they had there. I understand that, because people need to cross the road. But I'm telling you, me, I ain't crossing that road.
I think it should be slightly higher. Just slightly higher. It's a little too close, because as soon as you come around, it's there. It needs to be just a little bit higher. In other countries, it's just a little higher.
I'm not crossing that road.
Of course, Andre.
I'm not walking on a pedestrian
look left,
crossing.
Make sure a car is not coming, and cross.
Good luck to you. But I'm not doing that. That's for sure.
Some people have no choice. They don't have vehicles, and they have to get home when the bus drops them, and they have to go to La Clery and that area. And
as I said,
they have no choice.
I agree with you.
You're just lucky you have 4 wheels.
I agree with you. No, but listen. As a kid, I used to be in that area all the time, going to the beach.
Yeah.
Okay, so if it means that I have to curtail certain things, I'll just curtail them. I'm not crossing that road. I'm serious about it.
It's dangerous, yeah.
It's
but Andre,
very
I told
dangerous.
you, even by Harbour Club, some of the drivers, when I'm trying to cross, and I'm not jaywalking, I'm actually going higher or lower to cross, and some of them don't want to stop.
Yes.
And, they don't want
and
to
in
stop.
that area by Harbour Club,
Yeah.
okay, the guys undertake right there.
That's right. And they had some, I hope they put them back. They had some speed bumps, not on the road, but what they call portable. They placed them.
Right.
I think they've taken them out because I guess it was slowing down traffic, which it does, but it's for our safety.
So that's another problem that we have. The people undertaking. You're not supposed to do that. And it happens at that, the fact that, for example, you may be in the middle of the road and there's some space there. Yeah, there's some space there. So they just undertake right there. I've seen it happen many times.
Yep.
What's wrong with us,
Rodney Bay
man?
Marina.
Is it
Can't
that
wait.
we just have a lot of angry people driving around the place or something?
Andre, I always feel people leave home late and then they want to get excited with other drivers. But that's not the other driver's fault. That's your fault. Leave home on time so you don't have to speed, I mean, there's some times, I don't know what, you can be driving at 50 miles an hour and somebody say you're speeding. I don't know. It depends on where you are because you can't do that in the city. But
Well, the speed limit, as far as I know, I think it's 40 miles per hour in St. Lucia. That's not the city. I think the city is
30,
about,
20.
about 10,
Yeah,
10 to
20
15, somewhere
no,
around
20
there.
and 30.
About 20?
Uh-huh.
20?
About
To me,
that.
to me, 20 is a lot.
20? No, Andre. It can't be 10.
To me, that's a lot.
20.
What?
Andre, 20 miles an hour is a lot. Andre, that's pretty slow, yeah, Andre?
I'm always thinking, about you. When I drive, I'm sorry, folks, that's how I think. I'm always saying, what if?
Yeah.
What if this person crosses the road? What if a child crosses?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about
Yeah.
all those things.
Reflex.
Yeah.
You have to.
And imagine
you have
how
to have
you'd
that.
feel to see, you driving so fast, a child. It may not even be your fault. It could be the fault of somebody else. And maybe the person is not attending to the child at that time and the child escapes, or runs across the
Yeah.
road. And to see because you were speeding, you hit that child, albeit you didn't do anything. Well, you're not
Intentionally.
right, doing it intentionally. But now you have to live with that.
Yeah, well,
On
a
your
lot of
conscience.
solutions have had to.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I just don't get it. I wish I could ask them. I know there's a need to speed. A need to speed, yeah. We just
Who
got to
said
speed.
that? That's you saying that?
I don't-
People say that.
People say it. Yeah, there's a need to
yes,
speed.
Andre, I gotta get there, and I'm coming down this morning, and I'm thinking, should I go straight, Broadway, or should I go through the back? Because of not necessarily time, because I know I have time, but I don't know how the traffic will be when you get down to Courts and Glass Supermarket. It's bucket. It's like a funeral. It's slow and everything. So you decide to use the back roads and see if you can come through. And of course, I was here very early, but I'm just saying I leave home the same time, and some days I'm like barely squeezing it to get in for 5:02 or whatever. So I can understand some of them trying to push through traffic and so on, but you've got to be careful and you've got to know that your reflex action is quick. Slam on the brakes, turn the wheel, whatever. You have to be quick. If you know you're slow, don't even try.
If you have a little speed, Lady G, I'm asking you. If you have a little, say you're doing a 40 miles, all right? You're doing it within the confines of the law,
And I've done a little more.
right?
But
And you
I'm
come
going-
across a corner. You're at a corner. Do you tap your brakes?
Always, Andre. If
do.
I know the corner, if I know the roads, I know it's a corner coming up. So I'm going to start slowing down. Because
Exactly.
you don't know what's on the other side of that corner.
But you
So
see
it's
how a lot of
important.
drivers
Yeah.
negotiate those corners. They drive at the
and if it's in the
same
night,
pace.
well, you're not supposed to toot in the night. But if it's in the day and that corner is very blind, it's so, I will blow.
And I'm
I'm
glad
definitely gonna
you
blow.
made that point about blowing the horn at nights.
No, yeah, you can't.
You're going to be overtaking. Just blink your lights.
Yeah,
That's
you can't blow at night.
Yeah.
No, but you
But-
can't,
but
Andre.
people
You're not
do.
allowed to.
People do.
6. I think it's 6 or 6:30. You are not allowed to. So you use.
In St. Lucia?
Well, people do it, but I'm saying you are not allowed
Fellas
to.
break the law like
And-
anything else. Man. Like it's nothing. Nowadays, I tell you, especially when I'm on Miku Street at 4:00 in the morning, right? When I'm going to do my business down in the city, I have to now slow down at all these intersections, right? Coral Street,
Yeah.
Chisel
major
Street,
roads, yeah.
okay, and it continues Labrie Street. I have to now slow down just in case somebody decides to break the law and just go through.
That's
I've
early
seen it
morning?
happen so many times. Like this, once you see it 6 o'clock in the evening, all the rules just go out the window. My gosh, man. Oh, wow. I don't know what the authorities are going to do about this thing, but it's very, very
we just
serious.
need to have more police on the beat. We need it.
That's just a real papi show, man. Somebody's there minding their business, going about their life, and some driver can just come and just write you off just so. That's a very disconcerting thought, right? I mean, those of us who made it to my age, for example, praise the Lord. Imagine you're a young
Andre,
person.
You're still young, you know. You know, haven't reached 80 yet. I mean,
let me tell you something. I tell you really, according to the officials, once you hit 65, you're considered an old person.
Unfortunately.
So I've accepted my fate.
Your fate? You call it a fate? Andre, please.
You better fall in line.
Soon. I'll be there soon. Yeah, by the grace of God.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on. You know, we already have 4 homicides for the year so far.
Imagine that.
Folks, in St. Lucia, last year was 75. Okay, so we already have 4. So again, I do not know what the authorities can do about this thing because it is a continuing problem, right? It continues to be a problem. The numbers haven't gone down to say in 1 year you have 5 for the year. Right? For the last few years.
If it's 5 and it's 12, that's already 60.
Exactly. You know? So again, that's another problem that we have in our country. You have again the whole lawlessness thing, not only on the roads when it comes to people, following the rules, the laws, what the law says about how to manage conflict and so on, because the laws are there, the rules are there. You're not supposed to take the law into your own hands unless, of course, you're defending yourself.
Yeah.
But to tell me you live in your house, okay, whether you pay somebody or whatever the case may be, to go and take somebody's life, that's something taking things to another level, right? So I do not know what more the authorities can do. I don't know. I mean, they've put stiff penalties there. Right, that's for sure. I know the police do their spot checking where you don't expect to see them at certain locations.
Yeah.
And although since Christmas they kind of chill a little bit.
You know, when I lived in Asia, and also I saw that in Jamaica, they would be in the bush, Andre.
In the bush, yeah.
Andre, it was scary, Andre, because all of a sudden you're driving maybe a little faster than normal, and this uniformed person is just going to step out from the bush. It was pretty scary.
You see that?
And I would, but you know, Jamaica had this thing, I don't know if they're still doing it. Anytime the police is on the road or the police are spot checking, let's put it that way, they would flash you. So you've got to pay attention to that flash. Once you see they flash you, it is not high. They're telling you the police are back there. So start to slow down.
When I lived in the U.S., specifically Massachusetts, I was in Worcester, right? The police... now, folks, I know we don't roll like that, but that's what it was. At least in that state, they would enter you have a disco. The guys would. I'm serious. The guys would come in there by midnight. Okay, kids, close it down.
Really?
Close it down. Midnight, and let me tell you, crime was almost zero, and probably still is in that place.
What
almost
part?
zero. It's called Worcester, Massachusetts.
You think that's still happening?
I don't know because my family lives in that area still. I don't hear them talking much about the crime rate being high. But I'm telling you, by midnight. Now, as I said, folks, we don't roll like that in St. Lucia.
No.
Now
we still don't go very late. Remember, they still have a crackdown on time.
2:00.
Yeah.
And you know
even
our people even get upset, huh?
The time.
So our people still get upset.
2:00 is early. I mean, think of going when you live overseas. Andre, you leave in your home at 11.
New York. Yeah, New York was like
that. Even Asia, we left home late.
But just going back to the point you were making, when we were driving on the highway, right, and the byways, you would have police officers literally hiding, in corners and so on.
Andre, that's what's so scary. They're hiding. I remember being with my 2 girlfriends in Malaysia. We were going out. She had me sitting in the front seat, and of course, when I left St. Lucia, you didn't really have to have your ID with you. Right now, you need your ID with you wherever you go.
Yes.
So sometimes even when I'm walking, I just grab my ID. But anyways, and again, they came from the bush because she did a legal turn. She went around the roundabout. And she had to go all the way down, but she went around the roundabout to get to where she was going. And she knew it was wrong. But as soon as she was halfway, that's when she spied him. in the bush because he
He was
saw her,
with
so he was probably coming for her. And plus they have little lights and so on. And he stopped her. I dropped the Bahasa Malay in. I mean, I can understand a little bit. And asked them, first thing, of course, ID, please, you know. And all of them giving the ID. And the first thing she says to me, don't speak. What do you expect me to say? First of all, I'm only going to speak English anyways. She said, don't speak. And then she's telling him, I'm sorry. I have my foreign girlfriend with me. I'm living in the country, but you know, I have my foreign girlfriend with me. And he asked me for my ID. And I look at her and she tells him she doesn't have an ID because, you know, in her country, they don't really need the ID when they go out. He understood. He did. And guess what? Because of me, he let her go.
He let her go.
Yeah. He let her go.
And that's in Malaysia, you say, huh?
That's in Malaysia.
Yeah, they don't
Andre.
play there. They don't play there.
They don't, Andre. They don't,
play.
Andre. No, no.
And you know,
no,
sometimes
no.
we marvel at the progress of these countries, but we have no idea. It has a lot to do with the discipline that's instilled in the people, whether
That's
they
right.
want it or not. Let me tell you something. In
She
Japan,
was so afraid, Andre, because, I mean, that's a penalty there. She was afraid.
in Japan, you're only allowed to carry a firearm if you're a police officer, that sort of thing. You're in the army. Ordinary people are not allowed to carry firearms in Japan. Okay, and the murder rate there in Japan is very, very low. It's very low. You know, and so many other countries, right? So there's something about the way the people live that helps them now to be law-abiding citizens. In other words, like it pays off to be a law-abiding citizen.
Andre, they are very strict. I mean, you know, in Asia, if you're caught with drugs,
Oh, boy.
you have the death penalty.
You don't play by that one.
Singapore, you cannot write anywhere, no graffiti, because you know you're going to get licks. If you're a foreigner, you're going to get deported, you're going to be put in jail. That's what it is. And you have to abide by the rules of the country. That is exactly what it is. And St. Lucia's got to put up some laws and stick to it, Andre, because we
Yes.
have them, you know. We do have them.
Yeah, we just don't enforce it.
Yeah, we don't enforce it.
Yeah. Remember we spoke about a decomposing body that was found in Vieux-Fort? This has been ruled a homicide.
Is that right?
Yes. They're saying that the person died from blunt force trauma.
Ouch.
So somebody hit them on the head or whatever. The 66-year-old gentleman, Mr. Norbert Crick. So now that could be, I'm not sure if the police are including that in the 4 homicides. I'm not too sure. But if it's not included, that would be number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah.
And he was obviously there
boy.
for a while because he was missing, right?
I'm not sure if he was missing. I'm not too sure.
thought
I know
he
there was a missing person. I remember we spoke about that. But that particular person, well, maybe, could be. But I don't remember reading that. Yeah, so a number of events happening in St. Lucia, and savory events. We really need to get our act together, boy. Otherwise, I don't know. You know what's going to happen down the line. We can't continue like this.
It'll get better, Andre.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
We keep talking about it, and it will get better. Definitely. St. Lucia we love. It'll get better.
Yeah. Okay. I really, really hope so, because we are beautiful people. We are a beautiful country.
Friendliest in the world, I can tell you that.
We have a lot going for us. Our problem is the lack of discipline. That's our problem.
Yes.
Okay, and that shows in the
and a lot of us, a lot of St. Lucians lack respect as well.
True.
They just don't respect the police.
Oh, yes.
They don't respect the police.
Remember that incident that took place, I think, where the police, I think there's a couple who were complaining about some person. They went to the police. They did the right thing. They didn't take the law into their own hands. They went to the police. The police came to investigate. And when the police arrived on the scene now, the people involved, 2 of them, and they've charged both of them already for resisting arrest, using foul language and this sort of thing. They started getting on the police case. Yeah, that's the level of indiscipline. It's really, really bad. A police officer comes to talk to you, just chill. That's all.
Yeah, but I also feel that sometimes when the police starts getting excited too, his words would be, if you respond to me in this manner, I will arrest you, ma'am. I will arrest you, sir. But they go on, Andre. That is not called for, because they are also there to put the peace.
Yeah.
So you already have that standard. You know what you are supposed to do. Follow up. Arrest that individual if that is what it is.
I agree. If that's the case, I agree with you. As a matter of fact, if you listen this morning, Arthur Charles called. He and his wife called the show last week. What's on your mind? And they were talking about, I think, a police officer who slapped their son.
Really?
Yeah, that happened. He said it happened, I think, a week or so ago. They said the boy was just taken and they brought him someplace and they beat him up and so on.
What?
Slapped
How old
the boy.
was that boy?
His eardrum has been ruptured.
Oh, him, I read that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's their son.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. I heard about that. Yeah.
And I was telling him that in Jamaica there's a case
Happened
like
as
that.
well. Yeah.
The guy they slapped again. The thing you slapping somebody, you know.
So did he say on radio what steps they are going to take or what's happening?
Well, he said that they took the boy to the hospital. So I guess they need to get a medical report and so on. And of course, they will take that now to the complaints department.
Right.
But really and truly, I mean, assuming, because I mean, we didn't hear the other side. We just heard one side.
But Andre, even if the children have smart mouths, which a lot of the children do have, does not mean that you have to abuse.
Exactly.
Because, you know, as the police, you have to instill good manners, respect, and all of the above. And not because somebody shows you disrespect that you have to, you know, do the same.
Yeah.
So that's what I disagree with when it comes to the police. I'll be quite honest.
Yeah.
Because they know their job. They can just arrest you. It's no use quarreling with the person because you know what you can do. And what I can do is to arrest you. And of course, for obscene language. Bam. I've got that on you already.
I've asked a couple of, female police officers how they make arrests. Because you remember, they're females and you'd imagine that guys would be more disrespectful towards the females. And they said no.
Maybe not.
They said no. You just go up there and say, sir, would you mind coming down with us? We have a complaint against you. They say they're cool and calm. And the guys just cooperate.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. So,
very nice.
So maybe the force should be doing that, using the ladies instead then to do that kind of work.
Depends on where, Andre, maybe only in town, so you can get help.
Yeah, because the ladies seem to know how to do the thing properly. And let me just use the opportunity, I to say to the police, every time I keep hearing you talking about more and more recruits, that's a beautiful thing. So, but if that's be the case now, when people make complaints, right, to the police, you ought to follow up and to show some respect to the people who come there and for now wasting their time. Right, you're giving what you want information to be given. They give you all. You'll write a whole long book, and bravo to you all. You can write a good book. I like that. That's good.
The report.
But but follow up.
Yeah.
Follow up. Show the people at least you care. You care about their situation, even if you have to bluff them. But at least show you care. You don't call back. You don't say anything. You're acting as though the report means nothing to you. I mean, man. So, you know, when the guys went into my brother's home, okay, after his death. I remember my neighbor said to me, Andre, you have to report this thing. And
Which guys? The police?
No, some guys went into Tony's house.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, to rob?
They rob, yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Did they
of course. They had a whale of a time when they went inside there.
Oh, no, Andre. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Well,
and that's the thing. That's what people do because they find out that, you know, I thought he lived next to you.
He does. As a matter of fact, my neighbor, who was, he recorded the whole thing. It was recorded because he has CCTV there.
Right.
He said to me, the guys were doing that while I came home because I was playing down south that night. I was in REV-UP. So I got home like around maybe 3-ish, somewhere around there. And he said to me about the same time when he showed me, look, here's your vehicle now, right? Coming in and I was reversing. He said the guys were there at that time.
So they must have seen you or heard you.
Yeah, but I mean, they're inside the house, so I wouldn't know.
Right. But will they have been caught?
No, that's what I'm saying. There's no follow-up, nothing.
No, but I'm saying you said about the video, the camera. So they're on it?
I gave it to them.
But can you see them?
I mean, I wouldn't say it
Recognize
was...
if you know them.
But there was a suspect, a main suspect. Okay, I gave name, pic, everything.
Oh, boy.
Okay, and they never followed up.
Are y'all listening? The Royal St. Lucia Police Force?
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that happens to. So all this thing about 14 new recruits, 13 new recruits, you have to ask yourself, what's really going on?
Well, Andre, don't forget, even if they are recruits, that doesn't mean that the staff are not being fired, etc., etc. So we don't know. Like any other business, any other workplace.
Well, maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe so for true. But I'm just saying that I hope they're listening, right? You check a report, may say, okay, maybe you didn't have time to follow up because there's so much crime and so on. You have a lot of work doing. At least, Missy, put it on a little black book. Have to call Andre. Have to call this one. Have to call that one, and just follow
your
up.
Daily work. Yeah.
I just want you to know. We're still working on
this
your case
week
for you.
I'm working on this.
Yeah.
I agree. Totally.
But you're just acting like it never happened. So when my neighbor came and said to me, Andre, you have to report this. My first response was, for what? That was my response. I said, for what? Because I know it's going to happen already.
My hubby said the same thing once, and I said, no, just do it. He says, what? We're not going to get it. They're not going to do anything. I mean, even if, Andre, we feel that way, we should still report it.
Yeah, but I did. I did.
Yeah.
So any good news for me?
All right. We're saying it now. We're saying it now. We're bringing it to the forefront. Let's see.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's move on.
Yeah.
So, Mia Motley,
Calling elections.
And I think
right.
1 year, 1 year ahead of the constitutionally due date, because she's into her 5-year term. I think she has another year to go, and she feels confident enough that she can, win again. That's going to be a third consecutive win if she does win. It's certainly looking that way, because the last 2 general elections in Barbados, she won handsomely, or should I say, in her case, beautifully.
But this time it's not going to happen, eh?
You don't think so?
No.
Well, you tell me. I know you.
No. From what I've been hearing, I don't think she's going to get as many seats as she did in the last.
It was like a landslide,
If she does, then good. But I really don't think she's going to do as good as.
Can you imagine
the people have been, not happy with everything that she's doing. Mind you, this woman is good. She's intelligent, and she's doing a fantastic job.
I think
but we don't live there. So we have to obviously listen to the Barbadians and hear how they feel and that's what I'm understanding.
But listen, man, this is something I guess that will go down in the history books in Barbados, where a prime minister wins 2 consecutive elections, right? Landslide. The opposition doesn't get not one seat. I mean, my gosh. I mean, to have that, that's like a badge of honor, And if she does that again, you're saying that it most likely wouldn't happen. I mean, to be honest with you, I hope you're right. I hope you're right, because I don't like that thing about no real opposition there.
And not one, but maybe 3.
But here, one of the guys, the guy who's now leading the opposition, he left the ruling party, okay, and he went on to the other side. And he's now leading the party. So I guess he was disgruntled with some things happening, with Mia Motley and so on. Yeah. I don't know exactly what they are. His name is Ralph Thorne. That's his name. That's the Democratic Labour Party in Barbados. So nomination day is the 27th of January, and they're going to the polls on the 11th of February. Well, we wish our Barbadian brothers and sisters all the best, okay? And and make the right choice. But just a quick thing there.
So the Parliament dissolves when today? What's today's date again? Today, 19th.
Yeah.
Is it dissolves?
Yes. Let me tell you. I have to also say hats off to her, Mia Motley, because power is a great thing, but it's also a dangerous thing, because when people stay in office for too long, they don't want to get out. When they're there for too long, you see, like Nelson Mandela, I think he served 1 term and he bowed out and so on. And there are others, very few who've done it, right? But the minute you continue to stay in power, like say, like a Maduro. Maduro is a prime example of that. You don't want to let it go. Yeah. Well, in the case of Castro, I guess so. But the thing is, very few of them can handle the power, remaining there. So how you keep staying there, you don't want to get out until you die. In the case of Castro, right? So Maduro now didn't want to get out. There's something about the power. To be honest with you, when I got kind of turned off about him. He had gone to, I think, Italy. He was invited there, and the people were talking about how Mise was eating, the kind of food Mise was eating. Mise was having a whale of a time, and people saying, but the people in Venezuela were going for a rough time, and here he's in Italy enjoying, these sumptuous meals and this kind of thing. Now, every time I heard that, I said, I don't really like that.
I don't understand you, Andre. What do you mean? No, he's over there and he's eating. I don't understand.
No, your people are hurting. Your people are suffering. They're leaving your country in droves, going to the US. They're risking their lives on rickety boats and so on.
What does the food he's eating have to do with it? If he's in somebody else's country, that's how they feed you.
It's the optics of those things. Yeah, it's how it looks.
Okay.
It looks like, you instead of you empathizing and showing that sort of empathy,
you just go along with your own life.
Yeah, that kind of thing. It's not a good time to act like that. So anyway, Maduro now, right? The election results, from what they're saying, right? People who followed the elections, it wasn't free and fair. That's what they're saying, and that Machado had actually won the elections, but he didn't allow it, so he continued to stay there. Nonetheless, that still didn't give the United States to go in there to take out the man and his wife. Now, I'm wondering...
Totally agree.
What's going to happen now? Because I tell you something, Maduro has a formidable defense team, I can tell you that. because I watch a lot of YouTube, a lot of stuff you don't hear on the BBC and those, mainstream media houses. You get it on YouTube because you follow Al Jazeera and so on. These fellas are on another level. He has a formidable legal team, the defense team, and hear that the lies from the Trump administration. They were accusing the guy of being a member of a certain gang. They even gave it a name. Okay, let me see if I can get the name there. They call it Cartel de los Soles. Cartel de los Soles. Folks, you remember when Donald Trump was talking about that? Okay, guess what? That cartel does not even exist. Correct is right. You can go and check it out. It does not. That's a made-up thing. That was never in existence. The man was no head. At least not of that cartel. If anything, maybe if he was some other. So that's one thing already that he has going for him. So that was a lie. That was a bold-faced lie that the man is the head of that cartel. Now, the first thing they said that he was exporting fentanyl to the U.S. That's the second lie. You remember that? Yeah. That they said it was about fentanyl destroying the lives of Americans. That's Donald Trump again, the man who told 35,000 lies during his first term. I could imagine how many he's telling right now. Must be double the amount. So that's another lie again. Okay, so you're lying about, and now when they look at you look at the charge sheet, they're charging him with cocaine, whatever it is, importation or exportation, whatever they get. All of a sudden now it's cocaine. All of a sudden. So my question is, if this guy is found not guilty, what happens? Do they send him back to his country to rule the country? Does America have the right to do that?
Well, first of all, Andre, I don't know when that will take place because everything drags on. So
scheduled for April this year. Yeah, that's when his case is, and of course could be an appearance again. We don't know.
And drag because if he has good lawyers, they could drag it out. And the other thing
his lawyers will know to drag it out for sure. They will know to drag that out. Is the prosecution.
Drag it out if they know they're going to lose.
Oh, okay.
If they know they're going to win.
But he has a strong case. He has a strong case. You're accusing me of things I know nothing about. And they're saying, the experts are saying that Venezuela is not an exporter of drugs. They're not some main exporter of cocaine and those things. That's what they're saying. Venezuela doesn't stand in that
I don't know about that, Andre. But if
that league.
But I don't know about that. But what I am thinking of is that Trump has another 3 more years, I think. And that's what we want to, that's what we should be looking at to make sure that something happens. Mm-hmm. Something happens that he's out of the house. I
think the people, but let's talk about that.
Don't throw yourself off the seat, Andre.
let's talk about that. Let me tell you something. Remember I said to you about the power thing? Mm-hmm. And once these fellas are in power for a while, they don't want to let it go. And folks, we have to remember that there's something about the power. You just get sick on that thing, all right? And you remember when he lost, he didn't know, up to now he's saying that the elections were stolen. He's still saying the same thing up to now. And that cannot be, because the same process is what gave him the last win. The American system changed nothing.
Yeah.
It's the same process, and he won. So when you lost now, accept, but he doesn't want that. No. Okay? Now, think of that. This guy is using ICE to do a lot of bad work. Okay? You see the way that they're treating the people in the US there? Right? Did you see one? I think there's one of the scenes where a lady said she's on her way to a doctor's appointment. I don't know if the lady was lying. That's what she said. Mm-hmm. They grabbed this lady. I mean, these videos look really bad. You talk about optics? They look really, really bad. Grabbed this lady. The lady she got tied up in her seat belt. They cut the seat belt. They cut it, and they dragged her outside, and they put her in some kind of hold, carrying this woman. And the woman said, "I am sick. I'm not well." She said when she got to the center where they had her, she told them she's not well. They refused to take her to the hospital until she passed out. And then now they call medics. Just like the woman that they shot. A person, if you heard the video, the person is that, "I'm a doctor. Let me go and take a look at her." They refused to allow the guy. Now, you remember also the insurrectionists. Keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. He pardoned all of them. Mm-hmm. Now I understand they have about 1,500 soldiers on standby to go and support ICE. As to whether they're going to deploy them, I do not know. All right? So you have them fellas there, these ICE fellas, those kinds of tactics that they're using, all right, against the people who are, for the most part, demonstrating peacefully or protesting peacefully. You have the insurrectionists who he forgave all of them, right? You're telling me, if people start to rise up now against Donald Trump, the question is, would he use those people now to suppress protest and so on? Because you see the kind of tactics that ICE is using. You see that?
Yeah, probably
Just
would.
food for thought.
Probably would.
Food for thought.
But, Andre, I mean, I would think that, let's call it opposition, the people who are planning as well, they're going to come with strong force too. So,
Against the army?
You never know.
Boy,
Some people in the army could very well be
do you see what
for the opposition. That doesn't necessarily mean because they're doing it that they want to be with Trump. Maybe that's one way of
what you say?
Cash or whatever. Some of them may not be on his side totally. You never know.
But they're doing their work.
Andre, okay, let's look at that. I mean, Hubby and I was talking about it.
And
Let's
I would
look at
say
that.
to
You
the
remember
best-
when they went into Venezuela to get Maduro, how easy that was? In the sense of get into his home, get him out. Andre, you don't think they had inside him?
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
That was too clean.
Yeah, too easy.
Too easy.
Oh, that's for sure. And you have to ask yourself, who gave them the information as to where the guy was staying? It has to be somebody
And the
who
wife.
knows exactly, right? And these people were able to cut off electricity to most of Venezuela, right? Without even going to the power grid, they were able to do that. Okay, so and don't forget, Maduro had a $50 million bounty on his head as well. So somebody going to collect that. Yeah. Somebody going to have a
So
good
they
Christmas.
do have some in Christmas.
Yeah, good Christmas.
You mean this year?
Listen, if I get $50 million today, that's Christmas. Eh?
Christmas? That's a lifetime of and whatever.
Exactly, of Christmas
Yeah.
is. Christmas
Yeah.
is.
I wouldn't even think Christmas.
Somebody
That's 50 you're talking
talk,
about.
boy. And, and there's a lot of pretense
inside.
going on there.
There's inside.
There's a lot
There's
of pretense going on there with that those people are there holding on for him. They only talk about, we want you to come back and this kind of thing. You have to wonder what's going on there,
Andre, you never thought of that in the churches they have all their cults and so on, right? You never think that's how it is with Trump, that they worship him, that whatever he tells them they believe and they support.
100%.
That is like a cult for him. That's how it looks.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it is some of the things he does or he's doing is so crazy. And his people accept he's right.
Because
He
it's
did
called
the
his
right
base.
thing.
His base. Yes, there's some people that just support him no matter what. He can't do any
That's
wrong.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Usually when you get out of office, people name things after you and so on. You know the number of things that this man is naming after himself as we speak.
Before he comes
Up to Friday, he would do something other thing. He named himself.
But remember that
I
can
have
be
to laugh at
undone,
that.
They could take that. They could remove that
Well,
once
that's
the other party comes in.
if you get a Democrat, and by the way, you know what he said? He said we don't need the elections. The
He's
midterms.
trying his best.
The midterms.
He's trying his best.
He said we don't need that. In other words, he's doing such a great job. Right? You don't need the elections. Listen, all these little things, little telltale signs to what's going on with this guy. My gosh, boy. What? So them ICE fellas there. Oh, I don't know where the U.S. Army stands. I'm not too sure, but so far it look like they're supporting him. It looks so. All right. Although I think you had some Democrats who said do not obey unlawful orders, right? And of course, he was upset about that, and he said that them fellas should be put in jail and what he said, they should be he didn't say flogged. He said they should be executed for making a statement like that. Do not follow unlawful orders. My gosh. Anyway, folks, let me just remind you of something because this is important, very important. The two bad boys on the world stage right now, the United States, well, they've always been the United States, it's just that they never exercise their power that way that Donald Trump is doing. And you see the little people they call the Israelis there, right? These people, the Israelis went into Iran. Let's not forget that. And they bombed the people. They bombed them and they killed a lot. They killed over, no, let me take it back. They murdered over 1,000 plus people. So as a friend of mine likes to say, nothing for that. You could just take people's lives just like that, and there's nothing that can be done about it. So don't forget, Israel did that, right? They killed over 1,000 people. Yes, it's true, Iran did respond, but nothing like what they did there to the Iranians. So while they're trying to make you seem as though the Iranians are the bad boys, Israel ain't eating nice, eating nice. So let's not forget that. Also, let's not forget that when the U.S. now went into Venezuela, they murdered over 100 people, including the 30-something Cubans, right, who were there. And let me tell you something. They had some high-ranking fellas there, you know. Let me tell you, folks. Let me tell you some of the fellas that were there. They had colonels, all right? They had lieutenants, they had majors, and they had captains. They were there, and they all got killed. And some of them came back in wheelchairs and so on because they were wounded in that incident there, okay? The people just went there to do their little work. And again, like a friend of mine keeps saying, nothing for that. Nothing. You can just take people's lives just like that. We're living in some really, really, really dangerous times, and unfortunately, right, a lot of Americans are not speaking out against what Donald Trump is doing there. As my good friend who was just telling me, Lily J, they just seem to accept it like it's no big deal. Okay, if you do not stop this man, right, by showing him, and especially for the Republicans, show this guy. Listen. You can't just do what you want. Stand up to the man. If you don't do that, he will think he can do whatever he wants, as you see is being displayed. I don't like those things, Lady J. Right?
I don't think we do.
I don't like those things.
In the Caribbean, accepting it at all.
Lies. No shame. Bombing boats in the Caribbean. Bombing boats and telling me you're just taking people's lives and you have no shame. You're just showing it for the world to see how bad you are. And look now, the whole thing with Greenland. So he says, listen, it's either the easy way or the hard way, but one way or not, I'm getting Greenland. Okay, so now Europe, them fellas say Donald Trump has no friends, right? Europe now saying, hey, listen, man, you this is ridiculous. You're going to impose tariffs on us right now because we are saying you cannot just go and take Greenland like that. So he's threatening tariffs against the Europeans. Right? But good for them, because when they were supporting Israel in their war, they're killing innocent men, women, and children. Right? They didn't stand up and do the right thing. So point your cause out. Point. Anyway, okay. So that's it for me, Lady J. Let's get into the best part of the show. And today, I wish you luck.
It's there, Andre.
Okay, well,
yeah. Turn down the volume. I did.
So what you doing today?
So Madeline, we doing Facebook?
Facebook. It's up to you. You're in control, man.
All right. So good morning, everybody. So Madeline Alexander is watching. Yeah. Good morning, Madeline.
Morning, Madeline. Nice to hear from you.
Yeah.
As always. Hope all is well with you and your family.
Maria Bonaparte. She says the people are forced to support Trump because he will bring heavy punishment on them if they criticize him.
Yep.
That's correct.
So they're afraid, and you can't blame them.
Madeline Alexander says, well, she's saying hello to Lucinda Pierre, telling her good morning. Madeline says...
Lucita Jean-Pierre. Morning, Lucita.
Yeah. People just don't know what they want. One time they love. Madeline says, these Icemen will pay big time. Snakes don't hate the person that they kill, but that the person who said... I don't get it. Snakes don't hate the person that kill it, but I guess that the person who said, look it. Do you understand?
Not too sure.
I'm not sure. Madeline, check that message, please. Listen to Jean-Pierre says,
Lucita. Name is Lucita.
Yeah, Lucita. Yeah, leave my president alone. He's making America great again.
Right.
She put that. Okay. All right. Because I was just wondering what you were writing there, Lucita.
But let me just say to people like my dear friend Lucita and so on. If you had a husband, Lucita, right, that tell you 30,000 lies, think of it.
She was being sarcastic.
Oh, she was.
Yeah, that's why it's not from me, it's from her.
Oh, okay. I thought she was serious.
No, she was being sarcastic.
Yeah, but we wouldn't tolerate those things, with our boyfriends, our husbands, right? We wouldn't tolerate. I'm talking about the base, Donald Trump's base. They would never tolerate their husbands or boyfriends lying to them. Exactly. They wouldn't tolerate that at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who is more wicked than Trump? He needs to arrest himself.
Good one. That's true, because nobody can touch him. Yeah.
That's funny. And this one says, Trump is contagious. Certain people power isn't good for them. In his case, it is the other Hitler.
Well, I'm sure he'd disagree with that one.
Today. Yeah. Let's see what we have. No, that's it. That's what I'm.
That's
saying.
for the WhatsApp.
Yeah. No. the WhatsApp. I haven't looked at the WhatsApp, but that's what I'm seeing over here. Should have more messages, but that's
Yeah,
what
for
I'm
sure.
seeing here.
Mhm.
Let's check out the WhatsApp. Andre, do you want me to take it?
So
There's
these
a
one
message-
Facebook?
Facebook, I was reading.
We must have some more messages than
Yeah.
that. That's for sure.
Yeah, there are more.
Mm.
But I'm not able to pull up more.
Okay.
They are actually 13. How many did I read? I see 13. On the WhatsApp platform. And can I read one from the time you were on, Andre? This person says, my car got hit, never got the police report. The officers formed the fool. I had to leave island, never got anything. That person sent that text at 9:36.
Okay.
So that was the previous show.
Mhm.
All right, there are a couple of calls coming in here. Voice note messages. Good morning, sir. So I can't read those messages right now. So let's take in, hi guys, he was watching with GTV. He was working with GTV, so he's probably talking about the young guy.
Maybe
who
so.
was killed.
Oh, yeah,
I
because they
see.
said he was involved.
No wonder he put it up. Vitus put up a sympathy
Okay.
on Facebook, and I wondered why.
He said he's
So
involved in
that's-
video production and so on.
Right, so he
Yeah.
was working there.
Handsome guy. Have you seen him?
I saw his
Handsome
photo.
young man. Handsome
I saw
young
his
guy.
photo.
Yeah.
I didn't see a close-up of it, but I saw it. This person, Cat Core, that was just about the lead guitarist of Third World died yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
thanks for that
Mhm.
information.
Thank you very much.
Hmm.
Yeah, one of my favorite reggae groups.
Yeah, Third World.
Tony loved Third World as well. Mm-hmm.
Okay, greetings coming from Empress Bobo,
Mhm.
Bobio, with love.
All right,
Right,
Empress.
Uh-huh. She sent it twice, double up. Andre, this is a 786 number, so that's not local. Andre, I believe the video footage of the accident last night was from the dash cam of the vehicle behind. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah, no wonder he was on cue with that. This person is just asking for more information on the news.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we'll deal with that after. From St. Lucia, good morning, Andre and Lady J. Blessings, Andre. In response to the caller about the double amputee at AGOD, the individual should contact the National Council of and for Persons with Disabilities. And the number is 453-1539.
Yeah, but
Okay.
even if they do that, there's going to be a fee, and the fee is hefty, right?
No, they don't.
No.
The national-
when it comes to those prosthetic legs and so on. I don't know.
No, they don't let you pay because people are supporting them and giving them that. I don't think they're making you pay for that. So he continues,
Let me
or
tell
she?
you know, I told you about the gentleman who's across there,
Yeah.
right? So you had to pay for it.
Well, maybe from them, but if some of the churches, some people like that church, I forget the name of the church, you go, people were getting it free. You had to call them up and tell them and meet at the town hall and you got it free. Yes, Andre.
You know,
so let
those
them
things
call.
are very expensive. you know.
Not all the time. Let them call. 453-1539. Find out. Okay. Sincerely hope the opposition propaganda in Barbados will not derail a working government. Sadly, these days, there seems to be an overt practice of external interference in the politics in the region. Best wishes to Mia Motley and her team. Yeah. This person says, that's from St. Lucia. Hello, good morning to you, Andre and Lady J. Good morning, good morning. Have a wonderful day. Blessings always.
Okay.
All right. Yes, let me see if we have more messages. I'll go back there. We have more messages on the platform. Okay, this person is saying good morning. Don't have any names, so, and that's it on this. Let me go back to the Facebook, Andre. There's Arthur Charles. Morning, Al Henry. Okay. Lucinta says, Andre Paul, don't let D. Donald raise your pressure. Mind your business in St. Lucia. What happened to Lucinta? She behind Andre.
No, let me tell you, I'm a student of the world, man. I don't limit myself to St. Lucia at all. That's for sure.
I agree.
By the way, I was just
Totally.
checking on the issue of the prosthetic legs. I know that the government is working actively to provide prosthetic legs for free. Yeah,
Yes, I
they're
remember
working
that.
on that. They're working on
remember
that.
that.
I remember the Minister Jeremiah Norbert was in studio, and he did say that they're working on it. But there's no way. It can't be. It's just too expensive right now.
Because
So
we get it from overseas,
what I
Andre.
did
Some
suggest-
people are actually supporting and bringing it down to St. Lucia and giving it.
Right.
So
Now,
I'm
if-
saying
if-
if that's
yeah.
happening, she can get it from them.
Right. Now, I don't know what links you need to
Let me
have
see
to get
if
that,
I
because
have
this
the
morning when
number.
the gentleman called, I said to him, why doesn't I suggested he uses links, right, in the US to get the prosthetic legs to this gentleman, at no cost, because I think it can happen as you're saying there. So if he knows exactly who to get in touch with.
I
But
have
to
a number.
wait for the government to do that, I think it's going to be a long wait. Yeah, so that's what I was saying.
Hey, good morning, Kina.
She's listening.
It was just reminding me to turn off my volume, which I did. Yes, Kina, I did that eventually.
Yes, morning,
Thank
Kina.
you, sweetie. We love you. Thank you, thank you, thank
and
you.
let's not forget
Yeah.
snow.
And snow
Yeah,
too.
let's not forget
yes,
snow,
yes,
man.
Yes. Thank you, Kina.
Snow has
I'm
become
just
a
checking that
household
message.
name in St. Lucia right now. Snow.
Yes, I forgot to turn it off. Let's see if we have any more messages, Andre. No, I'm not seeing any more messages.
Okay.
No.
It's a little strange, actually, because we usually
Just
get
now,
many
here's
more.
one from somebody also put the guitarist of Third World Band cat died yesterday. Somebody sent that as well. Yeah, they just sent that. Luther Henry sent that. Yeah, we got that message, Luther. Thank you.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm getting, Andre. That's the messages I'm getting because I'm in the.
Now, let's go back to, while we're waiting for some more, just quickly, because it's a little early today. And that's nice. I can leave earlier today. But I just want to just go back to what the point Lucita was making there. And I think maybe a lot of other people, whether Lucita could be joking, that's not even the question. Because I think a lot of other people feel as though, this is none of our business, what's happening in Gaza, what's happening in Iran, and those kinds of things, right? Like it's none of our business, and we shouldn't, get involved, right? But I don't believe that. And let me just use a little example for you and our listeners and viewers. As we speak, folks, as we speak, because some people, before I continue, there's some people who are not in a position to speak for themselves, whether it's in St. Lucia or overseas. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of people in St. Lucia who can't speak for themselves and nobody speaks for them. Okay? So that's why I use this platform to speak for St. Lucians, which I do. I speak for Caribbean people, which I do. And I speak for people who are way in some other galaxy where I don't even know. Once you see people have been affected, right, by it could be a natural disaster.
And they too would be involved in what's happening in St. Lucia.
Exactly.
So we have to get involved whichever way, whether we're just talking about it to see if, our voice can be heard, but we can't just let things slide. Then things could happen to us as well in our country.
And you need somebody to speak up on your behalf as well.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's why we have to, empathize and sympathize. But let me just make the point.
More messages.
The thing about the Israel situation, right, and Gaza and so on, there are people in England, okay, who have very little power, including people on wheelchairs, because they're taking a stance against what is happening. These people have been arrested by UK police, because if they say, these people belong to some kind of organization that's a terrorist organization. So people on wheelchairs are being arrested as we speak. These people on a wheelchair, you think these people don't have a life to live? But here they are on the streets now protesting what's going on there with Israel and Gaza, because too many people, innocent people, are being murdered, right, by the Israeli army. But I want to make a point. There's a group of people in the UK. What they do, they protest what's going on. They protested what is going on there by going to a factory where the Israelis have a subsidiary there where they make weapons for the Israelis to carry out their genocide in Gaza. So, because they are weak now, they were arrested. And remember, that has nothing to do with the people. These are people hundreds of thousands of miles away from Gaza, but they're making it their business. They have been arrested. And guess what? These people went even further. Right now, as we speak, the people are on a hunger strike. a group of them, and there are two of them in particular, right, who are now on hunger strikes. One is now there for about 75 days. That's past 2 months already. Another one is there for 66 days on a hunger strike. This is happening as we speak. Why should these people bother with what's happening in some place where Palestinians don't even know who they are? You understand? They put in their... Let me tell you what the doctor who saw them recently spoke and was talking about their condition.
Yeah, it's worsening.
He wrote, right, that the two of them are suffering from muscle spasms,
Yes.
breathlessness, severe pain, and low white blood cell count. One of them, the weight has dropped from 124 pounds... has dropped to 124 pounds from 164. From 164. Okay?
That's almost skin and bones.
That's
depending
correct.
on the height.
Okay? And by the way, they're in jail, huh?
Yeah.
They're in jail.
Yeah.
They said he's suffering from heart shrinkage, okay, chest pain and twitching. His speech is slurred.
Yeah.
He's now partially deaf in the left ear, and his heart rate has intermittently fallen from below 4 BPM in recent days, reaching a critical phase in which death is likely.
Yeah. But they fight in their cause.
So here the cause. They're demanding the closure of the 16 sites where this company operates because they make manufacturing weapons for Israel.
Mass destruction. Yeah.
And
they
they are
fight in their
protesting
cause.
that. The people are risking their lives.
Exactly. It takes a lot for anyone to do that because after 2 days, it's already hard.
Yeah.
With no water. Remember, they didn't say
no
they
water,
even
nothing.
drinking water.
Yeah. They said
That's
that
hard, Andre,
one
that's
guy
hard.
said that he said he's not even feeling hungry anymore. In other words, he's just
His
in this
body
stage.
is- yeah.
Yeah, he said, I'm not even feeling hungry anymore.
Wow.
So these people are going to die, no doubt. And guess what? The UK government not even worrying about them. Not even taking them on. So folks, I understand, we're not, maybe our culture is not like that. We don't operate like that to get involved and speak out. But we need to start doing those things. We need to start because what they will say, something about chien noir, about chien blanc, whatever they're saying. I don't remember the exact saying.
I remember that.
When we hear about a natural disaster in all the way in Bangladesh, for example, we have to sympathize and empathize with those people. We have to talk about it because, guess what? We could be a victim of that same thing tomorrow. When we hear about who's been put on lists and so on, you can't apply for visa and this kind of thing, because of your CIP program and so on. When we hear about those things happening in another country, think as though, okay, it ain't hit us yet. Or it will not hit us yet.
Yeah.
You don't
We
know
have to
what's
be
coming
prepared.
next.
Yes.
You don't know.
Yes. We have some messages, Andre, from
Wait.
Facebook.
Okay, go ahead.
You ready? It's Arthur Charles again. He says, good morning, folks. Today is the birthday of Stephanie Anius.
Hey, Steffi, celebrating a birthday today.
Fontenelle.
Chancey Fontenelle celebrating her birthday as well today?
Yeah, happy birthday, Queen.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Chancey.
Was it
Chancey with a C.
yesterday? I was talking about her.
I think it was yesterday, but he has today. I'm not sure. But she was
Yeah.
celebrating yesterday.
Happy
already.
birthday, Chancey.
Marlon
Nice.
Arab,
Mhm.
a.k.a. Big Slim. Big
Hey,
Slim.
Big Slim as well? Hey,
Yeah,
Biggie.
Big Slim, yes.
Cellular partner.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's listening right now. Big
Well, he
Slim,
probably
happy
would be finishing
birthday.
shift, yeah.
Happy birthday, partner. Have yourself a great one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while, though.
Yeah, but we hear
Yeah,
him.
yes.
And Stuart Charles Favre.
Say it again.
And
Stuart Charles Favre
Favre,
celebrating his birthday as well.
Yeah. mhm.
Okay, Mr. Stuart Charles Favre, happy birthday to you,
Happy
sir.
birthday, yes.
Yeah, have yourself a great one.
That's from Rubes of Fiction. What's it?
Sils Fiction.
Okay.
Yes.
Rubs.
Morning, Sil.
Okay. Fiction. Blessings. Morning to you, Andre and Lady J. Also to Kina. Blessings. Good morning. Good morning. Lucinda Japierre says, Lady J, I used to hit on Tony. Now I have to pick on Andre.
That's all right, Lucita. That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. That's fine. But you see, the thing is that
when she says, I used to hit on Tony, I thought she was talking about she liked
no.
it.
She
Okay.
means that give me a little pressure.
Right.
Yeah. But the thing is, Lucita, some people may not understand what you're saying. They'll probably take it literally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she did have the LOL and the
I know,
laughter,
I
yeah.
know, but the listener's not seen that.
Yeah. And she also continued, Lucita says, Lady J, read the message from the top. Yeah. I'm reading it from the top. That's where it is. Yes. Thank you for telling me, but that's where I'm reading it. And then, so I'm going down right now. She says, again, yes, I did. I did start at first, but that's because of how I'm getting it. Yeah, I'm on my phone. Okay, so we're going back to the platform. It's this one is from Ignatius Francis. Should I read that?
Well,
He says, "I'm watching and in awe of your beauty."
Why? Of course you should read it. Why not? That's a compliment.
Well, I didn't go under the belt, okay? This is all me.
That's a compliment.
Thank you, Ignatius. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but Ignatius' partner, her husband always tuned in, you know.
Cornelius says, good morning. So good morning, Cornelius. Yeah.
How's your friend Erin doing?
I wonder if she's there today. I haven't heard from Erin. We spoke over the weekend and she was doing pretty good. All right. I don't know, but I'm seeing, let me see the messages. Obviously, we need fire to be over here because I'm seeing some of the messages which I read. And the last one is from you, Lucita. That's
Okay.
the last message.
All right. So let's keep it like that.
Let's see if we have any on this.
We need to fine tune it a little more.
Yeah.
Lady J, hopefully we can get that fine tuned
Yeah.
today. So we got to wrap it up. I'll leave here in 15 minutes earlier. That's a good thing. So what do you have for the folks today?
Well, remember
J?
it is home.
Rev-UP the homegrown
Right
today.
So that's strictly music for 1 hour.
By the way,
from St. Lucia.
let me say
Our
something.
St. Lucian artist.
Yeah, let me eat some crow. When Tony came up with the idea to have this show, I said to Tony, as the programs manager, I said, Tony, how are we going to sustain this program? Because that's the first thing. Because generally, St. Lucians don't produce a lot of music during the year. It's usually like around carnival time and so on. As I said that to him, right? But I am amazed at the number of artists now who are releasing songs like crazy. Like crazy.
And I hope they continue sending it, Andre, so that we can play.
What we're going to be doing, folks, I already spoke with our engineer about this already. We'll be having a special like promo, telling people exactly where to send the songs and so on. So we'll have much more control because right now it's like kind of like on my phone kind of thing, and sometimes I really can't. Yes, I can't keep in touch. Yeah, sorry, I can't keep on top of all of them. I try my best, as best as I can, but we want to do it in such a way that
you
we
need
know
that email so they can send it to the email.
A particular email is going to be set up for that particular purpose. All right. So as I said, hey, listen. So I have to eat crow because Tony said to me people would be producing much more stuff, and he was right.
Never too late to say thank you, Tony.
Never
too late to say that.
So okay.
Yeah. So good morning, Irene. Good morning to you. Good morning, Electra. Yeah.
So you're saying today's Rev-UP the homegrown?
Yes, we also have the hit of the day, and also have, let's see,
One hit wonder. One hit wonder.
Yes, one hit wonder. That's right. And safe streets, strong communities. That's a good one. People always call for that after because we don't open the lines for this one. But I get a lot of calls on that one after. So I appreciate you listeners. Of course, we've got the news with you, Andre, at 1 o'clock. And the usual, our entertainment news. I saw that you read some entertainment news this morning.
Yes, this
Very
morning.
interesting.
Vibes Cartel.
Yeah, about him. Andre, I mean, how could you do that? I mean, you are, I mean, he had to confirm, or his people had to confirm he's going to do it. Okay, according to the people, the contract is we are going to pay it in X amount of parts, and when you arrive, we'll give you the final amount. And your people are saying, we need the final amount before he takes the plane.
Yes.
But everything is paid for. Tickets are sold.
Exactly. And they said,
the venue is paid for, possibly full, right? Drinks, other entertainers,
and they
all
told
of
him,
that.
and they told him that they have the rest of the money for him once he arrives.
No, but he
he'll
said
get
it's
the
on the
rest.
contract.
Yeah.
If it's on the contract, you will get the money.
Yes.
And you know, Andre, that brings me to the last hurricane there was, remember, in St. Vincent. So it took over Union Island because they haven't had Miss Easterval since then. And I remember, without giving names, there was a soca artist, female, who was supposed to perform. She got her monies, her deposit, right? I'm not sure she got all, but let's say she got the deposit. And as a result of the hurricane, they obviously had to cancel. And she didn't give back anything.
Wow.
What do you think about that? Would you, as an artist?
Give it back?
Yeah.
I suppose, yes.
I would probably give half back because I did not perform. And this is, you know, as we call it, a godly thing that happened. It is not them canceling me or whatever. But she didn't give it back.
But Lady J, I can tell you, I mean, as a person who travels across the island, I go to gigs and so on to play, and sometimes the gigs don't really pan out the way we'd like. and I have to compromise.
That's because you don't have a contract. You just go verbal.
No. It doesn't matter. I understand. You know what I mean? I understand the situation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you see it for yourself.
I see it. I can see it.
You don't see
it. So I don't make an issue to
your
quarrel.
Your audience is smaller than you thought.
But you know how much he charged for that event? $1.35 million. US.
I mean, that's
cartel.
a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
And you should be happy that they're bringing you in.
Yes, and what he did now, they said he went on social media to say he's not performing anymore. I mean, give me a break, man.
Yeah.
The people are upset, and rightly so.
And he thinks it's only at the people that he's going to really put down. No, you're going to put down yourself as well, because people are going to lose respect for you. Other people are not going to want to engage you to come to their country and perform. I wouldn't. I would think you're going to do the same thing with me.
Mm-hmm.
So what if I gave you the 100%, Andre, and you didn't show up?
I didn't show up?
No, he.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted it, but what if he didn't show up?
No, but he'd be wrong, because
but it's still going to drag before I could get my money back. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So why not come to the country? Don't perform unless you give me my last percent.
But what the story, you have to read the entire thing. Mm-hmm. They said to him that when he arrives, because they had some issues, sometimes that's a lot of foreign exchange. Think of it, that's US dollars, 1 point something million US dollars. So they said they had some initial issues, but they had the money ready for him. Once he arrived, he would get the rest of it.
I understand that, and it says it in the contract. It says he would get it when he arrives. So I'm just saying, Andre, in the case where he felt that there's a possibility, or his people felt that there's a possibility he will not get the final amount, I'm saying they should still take the flight, because obviously the company's bringing you in, so they're the ones paying the flight, not you. It's not your money, right? So I'm saying come to the country, and if they don't give it to me, I just don't perform.
I think they had a balance of 250,000 US for him. Yeah.
So you just don't perform.
Missy Muzzy figures, though, boy, that's too much for me to come there. And I don't get
a lot of them.
I don't get the rest of my money, man.
A lot of them do that. Just come. You have people that are ready for the show. I'm sure it got a lot of publicity and so on.
Probably sold out.
That too.
Yeah,
and the man was hoping that he would, like he say, well, who knows? Maybe he didn't have the money, Andre.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe he didn't have the money.
Yeah.
But people, entertainers like that, you've got to have their money ready. They are very ignorant. Very, very ignorant.
They're not Andre Paul. Yes. Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, you could see the thing. You could see it for yourself. You didn't really make. So you just have to chill.
Well, not these. Whether they make or not, give them their money.
Not my money.
Just like when they come for jazz, you've got to give them all. Anyway, jazz, we show up.
Yep. By the way, let's just announce a couple of little things, very important. We've kind of tweaked things a little for the riddle segment.
Right.
Yeah, we tweaked things a little, because normally what we do is to ask you to play a song for you that you like or something. If you win,
that's on Wednesday.
Yes. So what we've tweaked it a little, where now you'll be given a prize, an actual prize.
So look out for Wednesday, riddle of the day. Whoever comes up with the answer will walk away with
a nice
something
prize.
Good.
Something nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And also we're getting set for Valentine's Day as well. We're working on our promo. The prices are already in place. Let me tell you something, boy. Somebody's going to love, and I shouldn't say that somebody, right? Our listeners will love it. Yeah, a couple, right? Will love it. We have some, really,
I love it, Andre.
My gosh, man. They will get it good. They'll get it really, really good. So we'll give you all the details a little later. So we're working on that. And let me let you know that the format will be you calling in. We're going to call it Our Love Story. And you have to tell us how you met your significant other.
Oh, you're telling them already? Okay, so they're planning, so we can...
So plan for it, man.
Yeah.
How you
Are
met
they doing this on the phone, or are they going
on the
to be
phone? They're going to be calling in and giving a little story. And then, of course, now the listeners will decide which of the maybe three participants will be the qualifier for that day. But trust me, folks, the one who wins, you're going to get it good.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
The people who actually giving the prizes, I can tell you one, JJ's Paradise. That's one for sure. The marketing manager will be coming in to let our listeners know all the details.
Oh, nice.
As well as Blue Lotus. right? Because she's going to be giving
different
a couples
body
massage.
treatments.
Yeah, and of course, when Blue Lotus gives you a prize, it's just this massage. There's a lot to go with it. I can tell you that.
Yes,
All right.
yes,
So look out for that.
So
folks.
that's just some of the prizes you could win for February 14th. Now, Andre, because it's February 14th, that means they're getting it by the 12th because you want them to enjoy this on the 14th, right?
Well, we're supposed to have happened the draw on the 13th, which is the Friday.
Okay.
The Friday. Well, they don't have to necessarily get it for the Valentine's. Although I don't know. I guess they could. Yeah, I guess they could.
Yeah,
they could. Especially the what do you call the staycation. Yeah, compliments JJ's Paradise.
Well, we have to ask them because most of these people block off important days like that.
That's true. Exactly.
So we would need to know.
Exactly. Yeah. But don't worry. So far, REV-UP has been keeping his promises, so don't worry. You're good to go. All right? Okay, so Lady J, have yourself a great one, man.
Thank you,
So
Andre.
Lady J is going to be with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Then from 3 o'clock, the son in whom I'm well pleased. Zen the DJ will be here from 3 until 6. So do enjoy the rest of your day. Keep it locked to REV-UP. This has been Harddrive, brought to you with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we strive to bring you and your family the highest level of comfort, absolute satisfaction, and peace of mind during your most sorrowful time of need.
Our professional standards and quality services are second to none. We offer ground burials, burials at sea, cremations, and embalming, fine locally made coffins, internationally made caskets, 24-hour emergency, shipping and receiving the deceased to and from overseas.
Rambali's signature funeral package includes a casket or coffin collection, refrigeration and preparation of the body, her services, 100 funeral leaflets, 12 memorial buttons, 6 keyrings, 10 corsages, and 1 framed photo.
Rambali's Funeral Parlor, Calvary Road, Castries, and Lartuni, Beaufort. For more information, please call 758-452-2021 or 758-454-9239.
The alpha of radio is on 95.9.